Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and it is time for some gas puzzles today. So we are going to look at the genuinely approachable Sudoku puzzles from the Daily Sudoku channel from August the 22nd to the 25th, nearly a month ago. And gas is going to have to get creative today because during August there was this competition running to guess the next puzzle. And it turned out they were using the letters of the alphabet each day, and we have now got down to U, V, W, X, Y. And I can tell you, I can't immediately think of any Sudoku standard styles that begin with those letters. Hence the creativity, no doubt, in the titles as well. But I'm looking forward to giving these a go and seeing what they've come up with. We've also got lots of stuff going on Patreon. We have got some brilliant puzzles coming up for the next month's competition. The Duality Sudoku Pack by the Skunkworks Collective. It's really, really good. And there is also, I expect by the time that comes out, we'll have done another collaborative solve together. Oh, you'll be watching this perhaps if you come to the video immediately it's been posted. You could nip over to the live stream and join us there, where we're live streaming the 500k puzzles, which also absolutely brilliant, freely available on our apps. You can check out all our apps on the links under the video, and you can also see where to get merchandise and Sven Sudoku Pad and all the good stuff associated around the channel. But let's go through the rules of these 5 puzzles, and then I will attempt them one by one. And we're going to start with this one on, it's one of Sam's puzzles, an up and down Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply, says Sam. Additionally, on each grey line, the sequence of numbers must alternately increase and decrease all the way along the line. And Sam's included a note in the Discord server for Sudoku nerds that, unlike its original namesake, this puzzle doesn't introduce a constraint on the difference between numbers along the line. So they just must go up and then down. That's odd. I don't think I've seen the original namesake or a puzzle quite, I mean, it's reminiscent of German Whispers, but obviously, as he says, no numerical constraints. Now, there are times for people to earn 2 hats or 1 hat in. And then there is an undulating Ugrosaurus as a dinosaur for anybody slower than that. These are the sort of awards you get for the speed of soul in the gas channel. Now, then we go on to day 2. Oh, what's this title? Vi veri usudokum vivus vici, which must mean something along the lines of I have defeated truth, Sudoku, and life, or I don't know, it almost certainly doesn't mean that, but that's all I can think of. My Latin is not great. Philip said, very well done to the venturesome solvers who valiantly volunteered viable and victorious guesses. Verily you are vindicated by today's guess of V Sudoku. Alliteration, anyone? So, normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in cells joined by a V must sum to 5. And, oh, there are some thematic times, I've been told, for the 2-party hats or 1-party hat. And all other solvers will receive a Venusauric Venenosaurus. Wow. Okay, now then we move on to a puzzle by Clover, and this is the format in which Clover has presented this puzzle. So you can solve it in PenPup, but I won't be. I have managed to put it in our software, although I think the solution thing won't work. But Sven has rather brilliantly managed to create a way in which we can solve puzzles with letters in, and that's what's going on here. So Clover said, what did Clover say? Sorry, I'm just getting confused here. Right. Clover said, I apologize for the obscurity of my hints yesterday. Today's guess went tragically unguessed. I don't know what those were about. It's not a Windoku could have meant several things in context, only one of which turned out to be correct. Despite Philip's attempts, oh yes, Windoku would have been a good one. Despite Philip's attempts to undermine your confidence in my hinting it's actually not a Windoku, today's guess is a word search Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply, except that the puzzle uses the letters BESOLVING, BESOLVING, rather than the digits 1 through 9. Also, the words from the word bank must each appear along one of the heavy grey lines. A word appears in order along its line, but it may start on either end of the line. Now, there's a usage tip for pen-pal, which is that you need to have caps lock on in order to enter capital letters and trigger the answer check. However, that keeps you from using the keyboard shortcuts to change between center, corner, and normal digits. So that's a bit awkward. Now, the usage tip I will give you for the cracking the cryptic version is you may need to use the settings and select the letter tool, which I have done for my solve. So, and then on the number pad, you may have to click the 9/A key to turn it to letters, but that's all you have to do, and it should work the same after that. Although, as I say, the answer key won't work. Now, oh, finally, Clover has a quick personal announcement before you begin solving. She's just launched a side product where you can have a pile of exclusive Clover Sudokus, including one very large puzzle, delivered to you once a month. If you're willing to pay a couple of dollars for more delicious puzzles, check out a 5-minute intro video and join here. And you can look that up on the Discord site. Now, the dinosaur for that day is a wordy Willinakagi. And then we move on to the 4th day, and we're back to Sam with an X-sum Sudoku in which normal Sudoku rules apply. A clue outside the grid indicates the sum of the nearest X numbers in the corresponding row or column, where X is the first of these numbers. So a clue of 12 could be satisfied, for example, by 4, 5, 1, 2. So have we got a clue of 12? No. But a 13 could theoretically be 4, 5, 1, 3, where 4 says use the first 4 numbers and then you add them up. That's how that works. I do like X sums. The dinosaur was a Xenial Zwanhuaceratops. There we go, I can't pronounce that. Then we are on to the 5th day. Oh, a young tableau Sudoku. Right. It's called Yippee-Ki-Yay-Yo by Philip Newman. And Philip says, though not... Oh, young tableau Sudoku, though not that I would include the X on the end. There's more than one young tableau in the puzzle. Now, in these, and I remember Simon did a couple of these on the channel, normal Sudoku rules apply. Within cages, digits can't repeat and must increase from left to right in rows and top to bottom in columns. So these digits must go up as you go along here, and these digits must go up as you go down here. So it's like having thermos all over the cages. It's really interesting. And actually, yes, I have heard of Windoku, X-sums, and Young Tableau. I just couldn't think of them as possible Sudokus. But anyway, there we go. Those are the 5 puzzles. Do try them on the links under the video. There's 2 links for each puzzle. Normally, it's the puzzle in our software and F puzzles in case you can't use a tiny URL link. But for the Clover one, it's the puzzle in our software and the original pen-pal link. Okay, I am ready. I'm going to try and remember to restart my clock so I know my time. Let's get cracking. Okay, we've got a 1 in column 6 that can go in 8. I'm just doing normal Sudoku. Ah, that's useful though, because it tells me high, low, high, low. So that has to be higher than 7. So that's 9, if I've understood these rules right. We've got a 4 by ordinary Sudoku down here. 7, all sorts of numbers around. So I think this may just be a scanning exercise. Yeah, I mean, those are both lower than 9 and 8s. But the... Oh, yeah, okay. You can't just use high, low, and go around the square and find out what's going on. It's not that straightforward. That must be higher than 2. So must that. So it's higher than 6. So that's a 9. That's interesting. That is then lower than 6 and also lower than 4. So that's a 3. And then it goes up to 4 and down. Oh, no, then I have misunderstood. Okay, let's redo this central one. This has to be higher than 2. So we go up to 9, down to 6, oh, then up to 8, down to 4, then up to 5. It can't be 7. Right, that central line is very helpful if I get it right. Then we've got naked singles, 6, 4 in the column, 5, 7 pair. This has to be higher than 4, so it's 5 or 9. This has to be higher than 4 as well. That's not so helpful. Ah, but it also has to be higher than 7. That's more helpful. Oh, I should really try and do Sudoku because I think I might just go wrong trying to think about these lines. That's a 4 by Sudoku. Wow, I'm not good at this. 9, 9, 5, 7, 4, 1, 8. Oh, come on, Mark. Think about it. Right, this is higher than 4 and 1, and it's not 6, 7, or 8. So that's 5 or 9. This is lower than 8, obviously. 3, 6, 7. This is higher than whatever that is. Oh, and also, therefore, higher than 8. That's helpful. That's got to be 9 as well. Good grief. I hope I've got those right. That really is helpful. Right, this is obviously lower than 9. But then this is going to be higher than 7. Yes, okay, that links up to here. That must be an 8 now. That must be a 5. This one's not been resolved. That becomes a 7. Ah, okay. Maybe that is the key to the puzzle. So 193 up here. Not sure. There's definitely a 2 in one of those cells and a 2 in one of those. 7, that's placed in box 7 appropriately. That's all the 7s in the grid done. 6, not sure. 8, 7, 3, 4, 2, 9. 6 is in one of those and one of these and one of these. Right, that's going to fix that it's not here. So that gets us 2 6s at least. Now, 3, no, 2, 9, 3 across there. Keep selecting bad things to look at. All right, box 7, finish that off. That's become a 3. That's a much simpler way to do it. 4, 5, 6, 3 and, 3 and 2. I hope I haven't typed an erroneous digit in my ineptitude there. 9 and 2. We've got a 1 and a 3 across the top. Yes, they're done. 3 and 9. Now we're just finishing off. This is good. I can get into some form of beast mode finally. 5, 1. Now 8. Let's look along this row then. 2, 9 and 6. We get 6 there. That's got to be 9. That's got to be 2. Can't press 2. 1 and 6 down here. That 6 fixes this pencil mark. We got a 2 there. 5, 1 and 4, and 2 digits to go. 5 and 3. Oh, it doesn't like it, so I've typed in something wrong. Oh no, because it all looks right. So what have I done wrong? Oh, across the bottom there, I've mistyped an 8, a 5 as an 8. Still done in under 5 minutes, and that's not too bad. I'm happy enough with that. Let's move on to Philip's V puzzle. Very complicated title, but very simple rules as far as I can understand them. Let's get cracking. Okay, so that's got to be a 2-3 pair. That's got to be a 1-4 pair. This is how to do it. Spot the pairs everywhere. 3, 2, that's a 2-3 pair. We know the order now. That's a 4-1 pair. This must be a 2-3 pair. And the orders are becoming absolutely clear on these all over the place. Surely I can finish off all the V's before I even get going on the other digits. Yeah, it really does look like it. Delighted with the order I've chosen, although maybe any order would have done. Look at that. And they're all, I think they are all done now. That's all the V's. So the rest is just figuring out 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 5 there, and an 8-9 pair above it. This is a 6-7 pair. We've got a 9 there, and a 5-8 pair in the bottom row. 7-9 pair down here. All of these are going to get resolved from the top, I presume. Let's look down. No, 7s. We need a 7 there. We've got quite a few given 7s. No, they're only on the right side of the grid. 5, 8, 9. 4, 5, 3, 2. Well, maybe it's not going to be quite that straightforward anymore. Oh, yes, 7 here. And indeed 9 and 8. Right, that's good. So I can finish off box 7. 8 and 7 here. That must be all the 7s done. That's the last one. 5, 6 and 9. We can place 6 and worry about 5 and 9 later. 6, 5 pair up here. 8 and 9. Can't do them yet, but they fix 5 and 8 at the bottom. That becomes a 5. It sorts out the 9, 5. 9 and 8 along here. 2, 5, 4, 7, 1, 3. That is a 9. Right. 8, 6, 8, 9. 8 and 9 there. 5 and 6 here. And then that's a 9, which resolves 8, 9, 8 and 5. There we go. So 2 minutes 15. That really is very, very approachable. That's not just genuinely approachable. That's very approachable. All those V's, incredibly helpful. Philip has managed to construct a grid. I am absolutely certain that is the maximum amount of V's you can put in a grid. He's the idea that this grid has, how many is it? 6, 8, 10. I think it's got 16 V's in it to begin with. That's amazing. Does his title have 16 V's? No, not quite that many. It's really impressive creation, but it makes for a very easy Sudoku. Thank you, Philip. Confidence restorer. We will encounter Philip again before the end. Now, this word search. Now, I've always told Simon that I am not afraid of what used to once be called alphadoku, where you have to use letters instead of numbers, because somehow my brain is able to juggle 9 letters just as quickly as numbers. And he has the opposite experience. A lot of people I've met don't like it as well, but let's see how this goes. I have no idea what we're going to get in terms of the lines. Okay, let's go. So only one of these words is 8 letters long, so that goes on this line, N-O-N-S-E-N-S-E. I think that could go either way round. So let's look at the bobbins word. Yes, that can't go on this line because you get 3 B's in 2 rows. So one of the B's has to be here. Yeah, so we can put in a B there, and that must tell us the way around bobbins goes. Now the other 7-letter word is solving. So that can't have N here, so the N's at the other end. N-G. Yeah, and that seems to fit in, so I think that's right. Now, nonsense can't have the N there, so we know which way round nonsense goes. I love that Clover has used nonsense and bobbins as catchphrases here. Now, begin can't be on this one, there's no B's. Oh, it can't be on this one for no N's. So begin must begin over here. Sorry, I just had a problem with screens there. This is B for begin. E, G, I, N. We've got vibes and, oh, well, given can't be here. This must be the vibes one, and I can't be there. These are just write-ins if you do them in the right order. And given up here, well, clearly the G can't be in column 1. So look at that. We've got a huge start. The rest is just going to be finishing off the 9 letters, E, L, and V. And I mean, we've got so many givens. I fear this is going to be almost too straightforward. Get a G there. O, L, and G down here. Okay, I can't do that. G and O at the top of this grid. G, V, O, E, N. S, B are over on the left. I, L. Can't do those yet. Or O, G, but that's an L. Now, N, O, L over here. We can do the N. That is a naked L, a phrase I've not said before. S, I want to hit the 5 key because it looks like an S. G, O, E, S, N. I've got B and I, L and V. E down here. That's gonna, no it's not. Love, no, can't do that yet. So this is an I wing, that's an N. We've got V and E to go. Oh, I don't know the order. What about over here? L and I do know that order now. V and E in this row, no. Still can't do the O, L. L-I-G-V, V-E-O-S-N. Oh, that is a naked G, right. That's because O was getting resolved. So it's not quite as easy as doing numbers, but for me, it's not very different, which makes me very lucky, I think. L-O-V, can't do that now. Up here, V and E, still can't do that. Up here, L and O, I can do that now. I and O in the final column, right. So now we've got V and L to go there. That V fixes row 3, and we get E. I've just got 2 letters to do, V and G. That is right. Now, I will just, I don't know what the time is, about 3 minutes 52 there. I'm surprised it took that long as well. It felt quicker. Oh, well, I had the little interruption, so you'll see from the timer what my actual time was. I will just check since I can't use the answer key. Or I do know that I can't enter letters in a solution key. Okay, the acrosses look all right. The downs look all right. Yeah, I think this is the right answer. So I'm going to confidently declare Vici for that one and move on to the exsums. Right, now this is by Sam. Exsums I like as a type. We went through the rules. Let's restart the timer. Okay, so we get a 1 up here now and a 1 here. 40 has to be 8, doesn't it? No, it could be 7. 7. Oh, that's not what I want to enter. I want to enter that. 7 or 8. A 9 here. That's got to be a 3 when 1 and 2 aren't possible. That means this is an 8 because the outie is a 3. 8 here can't be 3 digits, can't be 1, it's got to be 2. 7 here, that can't, well, that always, I think, begins with a 2, weirdly. Yeah, these low numbers are good. Now, this could be 2, 7 or 3, 5, 1. This one can't begin with a 4 because we're not allowed to put a 1 in. So it must begin with a 2 now. 8 there. Now the 9 can't begin with a 2. 3, 5, 1, 8. After drilling starts again next door. It's unbelievable. 8 there. Oh, it's got to be a 3. So that must go 3, 1, 4. Yeah, these low numbers are very helpful. This one could be a 2 or a 3. It's not really low enough to be as helpful as I need. Now, maybe Sudoku at this point is going to do a bit. 2 can be placed there. That gives me a 2 here. This is a 5, 8, 9 triple. That's 1 or 7. Now, I still don't know whether that's 7 or 8. 26 here, though. Right. 19 at the end. 2, 7, 15. I don't think I know whether that's 4 or 5. 13 here? Can't be 2 cells, and it's going to run into a 9. So that's got to be a 3. That's actually very helpful. 1, 4, 3. I can do those. 4, 3, 1, 5, 2. That's a 6, 7 pair. The full angle grinder has come out next door. 3, 1, 4, 7, 6, 2. We get 8, 9, and a 5. 6, 7 here. 3, 4, 9. We can place the 3. 4 and 9 are not done. Now, I mustn't forget some clues. So, this can't be 2. 5 would be too many given the numbers. So, 4 there. 10. These two add up to 6. They're 5 and 1. That is helpful. 5 in that row is there. What about this 11 now? well, it's got to begin with a 2. There's no other possibility left by Sudoku. This 26 now, right, those don't add up to enough. 8, 10, 16, that's a 3, that's a 6, that makes this a 4, and indeed 4 plus 7 plus 9 plus 6 is 26. 2 goes there. 5, 6, and 8 still to place. That's not a 9. Now, this can't be 7 anymore, so it's an 8 with a 5 at the end of the row. Yeah, I mean, Sam can call this a gas version of X sums, and indeed it's not very hard, but you do have to find the right clues in roughly the right order, I would say. 3 there, 2, 4, 3, 8, 8, 5. Yeah, I would say of the puzzles we've done today, this has been the most challenging by quite some way, actually. 5, no, 6 and 4 here. 6, 4, just doing Sudoku now. I don't think there were any clues I hadn't used in the end. 9 there, that should be it. Still 4 minutes and 6, so that's pretty quick. I can't really argue with that. That's much quicker than I thought I was going. And look, Sam's included. I hadn't even noticed this because I'm such a oblivious person. He's included an X of the numbers 1 to 9 because it's X sums Sudoku. Right, and we move on to this young tableau. So the numbers increase as you go left to right or downwards. Okay, so let us restart the clock. Now that means in the 9 cell cages, and that's all there are. Okay, so they start with a 1 and end with a 9. So I'm going to fill all of those in. They must do. It doesn't look like that's breaking, so I'm confident that's right. And that's probably, I don't know, it doesn't feel a very elegant way of solving this as a Sudoku. But that's all the 9s that I must be able to do all the 1s because they can't be in the cages anymore. I've put what 1s I can in the cages. Yeah, there we go. So that's all the 1s done as well. Right, now 2 is always going to have to be next to a 1. So that's a 2. Otherwise it would appear out of order, definitely. That's a 2 as a result. And then that's a 2. I don't think I'm going to be able to continue with that. It looks like I run into a bit of a brick wall. So let's try and do some regular Sudoku. We need a 5 in the central column. So that can't be 6 or 7, must be bigger. It's an 8. That doesn't tell me anything there. 4 or 6 there. Oh, that's an 8 by Sudoku. So 6 is in one of these cells. 2 in this column has to be here. I probably should be doing more young tableau, and instead I'm really focusing quite hard on the Sudoku. That's 4 or 6, that's 6 or 7. Therefore, 3 in this box must be here. So I'm trying to put in a little bit of young tableau solving. It's such an odd name. Why is it young tableau? I have no idea. There's probably a very good reason for that I don't know anything about. 5, 8, 1, 3, 9. That is 6 or 7. Ah, so in the young tableau side of things, that is very helpful. 2 there, that's a 6. Sorry, it's a little hard to describe my deductions as I'm making them because it's such an unusual form for me. So you'll be able to see if you stop the video why I've done what I've done. I would have thought 3 has got to be there, for instance, in this cage, and it's a little hard to describe why it couldn't be there, but it's because of that cell. Now that's just ordinary Sudoku. 4, 8. Okay, that's worked. 3, 5, 7, 1, 2, 9. So increasing here. Oh, that's a 6 just by box logic 3. I'm sure this is going to finish off by just occasional bits of thermo and ordinary. Well, you can actually even use the killer aspect quite heavily of no digits repeating in cages. 4, 8, that has to be low. 3, 8, 9, 5, 1, 2. So this is where 2 goes in the cage. 6 and 7 must be in order. It really is very straightforward when you get used to the rules, which is, I think, the hard bit here is getting used to them. Apparently typing digits is a hard bit for me, but that's just individual. There we go. So 3 minutes 43. Those are 5 very quick puzzles, just once you get your head around what's going on. That could be my set of the 5 quickest gas I've ever done. If you add up the times, I would confidently expect 10 hats for those. Intriguing. I mean, well done, guys, for the creativity, and thank you for keeping it very straightforward. I mean, with both of Philip's puzzles particularly, I almost feel like he's achieved the maximum. This must be, obviously, I think, the maximum number of 9-cell cages you could include in a young tableau puzzle. It must be. And in his earlier one, this must be. I feel confident this is the maximum number of V's you could get in. Clover had plenty of words for us to use. You probably don't need that many. And Sam, both of his, what was this? Oh yeah, that was the one that had to think my way through a bit more than the others. And the X sums was lovely. You just had to find the clues in the right order. So many low digits used, which was very helpful. Anyway, excellent puzzles as always. I really look forward to the guest series when we get to it every time, and hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.